Hey, what's going on? My name is Jake. I'm about to do the Chase Bays power steering upgrade for my E36 M3. Just show you the garage real quick. Just a few of the toys. That's the car we're going to be working on today. As anyone with a Beamer knows, power steering is known for leaking out of everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. These lines are not even a year old, and yep, they're leaking, of course. This right here is the whole kit. Comes with the reservoir, power steering cooler, brackets, lines, all AN fittings, braided lines. Hopefully this will never leak. So of course, pull the clamp off, drain all the power steering fluid out of it, make sure it's out of the rack too, since you're going to be doing brand new fluid. So you got the big banjo bolt, that's a 22 millimeter. The one on top is a 19 millimeter. You got two 10s holding in the factory cooler. And yeah, let's keep going. One thing you gotta make sure all the washers are off. There's 2 washers per banjo bolt. So when you pull those 2 lines off, you see the old reservoir, leaky garbage. What you want to do next is you want to put the new AN fittings on there, on the pump, as well as on the rack itself. Then you attach that line and keep it moving. So when you're doing this, you got to lower the car down. Make sure that you pull the reservoir up and out, because there is absolutely no room to get to it from the bottom. It's a 10 millimeter bolt, and just release the clamp. Also, when you do that, to make it a little easier for yourself, move this thing, valve, whatever you want to call it, and remove the alternator cooler. So when you cut this, you have 2 options. You can cut it here, or you can cut the fitting off, pull the line out, and then just use this. This makes a way better connection, but it's a lot harder. Make sure you don't go through that. So I had to cut off this much in order to use the back end of this banjo, but to use the front end you don't have to cut anything off. So the factory bolts don't fit in this clamp, so I'm gonna have to drill out this hole a little bit. There's also 2 different size clamps. That's the big one to wrap around the entire cooler, and a small one to wrap around a small portion of it. No idea which one goes where. And this is what the cooler looks like mounted. That's your larger clamp and your small clamp that goes around like that. So right now the cooler's on this long line here. Throw a zip tie on here just to make it nice and tidy. That goes up to the small fitting on the reservoir. You got this banjo bolt here, and then you got this small line that curves around the big one, goes to the top from the pump. And that's it. Keep going.